Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're gonna go ahead and rank all of my Givenchy perfumes. I've been meaning to do this for a while and I never got around to doing it. So I have a few of the Irresistible collection, and I also have several of the Interdit perfumes. So we're gonna go ahead and rank them. But before we go any further, let's take a second to grab our iced coffee or hot coffee. Let's take a sip and let's get started. And also, let's go shopping here at Sephora and let's go ahead and collect all of these perfumes. Okay, so I have my notes app ready here for you guys. So I'm going to start with the Irresistible collection because I have less of them, so it'll be more concise. And I'm gonna start off with the ones that I prefer the least. You know, there's not one here that's like a total dud, but I'm gonna start off with one that I wear not that often. And this is the Irresistible Eau de Toilette, and this is the Eau Fraîche version. This one came out in 2021, and I have my notes and paper here with the spray. I like this, but you know, it's a very fresh, light, sweet perfume, which are things that I like. It has a lot of rose, a lot of musk. So the Eau de Toilette Fraîche version, I have my notes and a spray here ready. This is an Eau de Toilette, so it's lighter, it's fresher. I think of it definitely more of like a spring, summer perfume. There's pink pepper notes, there's floral notes, I think there's iris. It's a little bit sweet, a little bit cloying. Like it's pretty sweet, even though it's like a fresh perfume, and you would almost expect it to be more zesty. Like there are some citrus notes. There's also, I think, some iris in here as well, maybe some violet. Like it's a nice floral note, but I don't know. I just was hoping maybe for something else. Like I do, if you like the rest of the Irresistible perfumes, you would like this one. I think I just wanted it to be a bit more effervescent, a little bit more. But if you like Chanel Chance Eau Tendre, the pink bottle, you would love this one here. Like they're definitely cousins of each other. It has a little bit of tartness with some orange, but I find that it isn't quite as long lasting as I would like it to be, which makes sense because it is an Eau de Toilette, so it is lighter. I almost wish this was like a hair mist. I think this would be great as a hair perfume because it does have a bit of freshness to it. So I think that's why, unfortunately, it's at the bottom of the list here today. Moving on to the Irresistible Eau de Toilette, this one here. So as you can see, the packaging is really basically the exact same. There's really not much difference except for a little bit of a hue change. So let's just spritz this one. This one, it's similar, but it's definitely different. It's more musky. You almost pick up on more white floral notes, a bit more fruit, a bit sweeter. It's, yeah, a little bit more sweet. It's very feminine. Everything, well, most of these here are very feminine. These ones so far, very feminine. It's light as well. This one also is an Eau de Toilette, so it's going to have some longevity, but it's not going to last like all day. There's almost like some sort of fresh aquatic notes to it. It is fruity, but it's more pear, like stone fruit, pear. It's not caramelly or sugary, anything like that. This one could be a great classic everyday perfume for the office, for day wear. Like it's not too offensive in any direction. You know, it's floral, it's powdery, it's sweet, but it's very well balanced. It's just maybe not boring, but it's just not going to be the most complex perfume. But sometimes you just want something that smells nice. You know, you don't need to like shock people with your perfume every day. Sometimes you just want something light and fresh. And it's very lovely. It's very feminine. One thing to note is with a perfume, if you want it to last longer, do not apply it to dry skin. Something about dry skin just makes perfume not attach well. So put on your regular moisturizer, spray your perfume, and then apply more moisturizer and just sandwich that perfume in. It will make even an Eau de Toilette last longer. If you like YSL Libre or Coco Mademoiselle, the Eau de Parfum from Chanel, you would like this. They're not dupes for each other by any means, but they are like cousins of each other. And they sort of fall into like similar popular, feminine, just smells good perfume. So if you like any of those, you would like this one here. And also maybe Lancôme Idole. That one's a very underrated perfume. I think if you like any of those, you would like the Eau de Toilette. Now, my favorite of the Irresistible perfumes here is this Eau de Parfum Rose Velvet. This is pretty new. I think this came out this year. And you can tell the packaging is very different. It's opaque, you can't see through, but you do have that same sort of soft millennial pink. And this is an Eau de Parfum, so it's more intense, and it's a velvet version, which is always interesting when a perfume... This, off the bat, smells creamy. If you can imagine a perfume being creamy, it's this one here. There's a lot of rose in here, tons of rose, but it's a soft, lighter, more youthful take on a rose. It's not your grandmother's rose perfume. There's some fruit, but it's like blackcurrant or maybe like a blackberry. Again, we're nowhere near like the heavy caramel, syrupy, sweet perfumes, just lightened by fruit notes. And this one has iris and violet, and those are often floral notes that tend to be a bit lighter. They're not super heavy. There are patchouli notes in here. I think there's a bit of patchouli, but it's powdery. So the powdery accord with the iris and the violet just makes it soft and velvety. If you imagine like baby powder, it feels powdery to the touch, and it smells clean and fresh. It has that same sort of quality. So for me, I prefer this one. This one's my favorite, the new Velvet Rose Eau de Parfum. It's heavier. It's just more cocooning, more enveloping. I find that it just sort of embraces you with the perfume at the same time as you're wearing it, as you're smelling it. So I just prefer it a lot more. For this one here, for the Velvet, if you like the Armani My Way perfume, you would like this. Again, not like twins by any means, but siblings of each other. So if you like one, you would like the other. All right, moving on to the Interdit portion of the video. This is the Nocturnal Jasmine perfume, and this one here is an Eau de Parfum, so it's going to be a heavy hitter. And this one here is my least favorite of the Interdit perfumes that I have. Now, why this is at the bottom here is, so this is Nocturnal Jasmine. Now, I like jasmine, but jasmine doesn't always like me. Something about neroli or jasmine often is too pungent on me. Something turns, it's nice at first, but then as the day goes on, it just becomes too prominent, and it's all I can smell on me all day. And I don't like that. I kind of like when other people can pick up on my perfume, but I don't smell it on myself. There's also some patchouli in here, and I like patchouli, but patchouli doesn't always like me. So it's this combination here that for me, I don't know, but it also has a little bit of an earthy, musky quality, which is nice. It's definitely in the name Nocturnal. This to me is more of an evening, winter perfume. It's a bit more of a heavy hitter than what we've talked about so far. There's a little bit of vetiver, which brightens it and lightens it a bit, but you just get a ton of jasmine and patchouli, and for me it's just not my jam. This perfume reminds me of a cup of jasmine tea. Like, you really have to be into jasmine. Like, if you like the flower jasmine tea, like just pure herbal jasmine, like this is for you. Interdit Nocturnal Jasmine. For me, it's just like, I like it, but I don't appreciate it as much as I should for this perfume here. And I also think that if you like the Armani My Way perfume, you would like this as well. Like, I think they're cousins of each other. I keep saying that, but they are similar enough that you would enjoy them. Moving on to the classic Interdit. This is the Eau de Toilette, and this is the version from 2022. So it just came out. And this one here, I quite like. It's nice. It's so fresh, like it's classic. You get hit with so many citrus notes, but not in a super zesty green way. You get bergamot, which is bright and sweet at the same time. You get orange, orange blossom flower. You get orange zest. It just feels like an orange salad. That's what it reminds me of. And it smells fresh, it smells clean, it's very feminine. It's an eau de toilette. This could be someone's everyday perfume. Like it's classic, it's fresh, it's clean, it just smells good. There's nothing else to say really, it just smells really good. This one also has jasmine and other white flowers, white notes, but it's really the beautiful bergamot and orange flower and everything that brightens it and makes it a bit lighter. I find that the Nocturnal jasmine on me tends to be a bit heavy. Something about it just weighs me down, whereas the Eau de Toilette Interdit Classic here, it's just bright, it feels invigorating, and this is definitely a lot of people's signature everyday perfume because you just can't go wrong with it. Like it's always going to smell nice. It's appropriate for every occasion, for day, for night, for office, for whatever. It just smells fantastic and it's just really wonderful. Although it's very different from this perfume here, if you like the J'adore Dior perfume, you would like the Eau de Toilette Interdit. Like they're both very classic fragrances. They're both perfumes that when you wear them, it just sort of becomes your signature perfume. So that's why I compare them side by side, because although they're very different in their notes base, if you like one, you would like the other for the simple fact they have a lot of character and they sort of become your signature perfume. It just smells good, it smells clean, it smells feminine, it smells classic. So if you like one, you would like the other. Now we are entering into some heavy hitter category here. This is the Interdit Eau de Parfum Intense. So this here, the classic bottle has been painted black. You can't see the liquid inside. And here it's the Eau de Parfum in Intense. And I like the difference in packaging here because you can sort of tell what it is right away. You don't have to look underneath. And this is amplified. I don't know how else to describe this. It's sweet. That's what pulls first for me. It's leaning into the gourmand territory, definitely, which I love a gourmand perfume. But you also have notes of sesame seeds. You know, remember those like sesame snacks you'd get after school? They were like sesame and like honey. That's what it reminds me of a little bit. It reminds me of sweetness with a nuttiness and an earthiness. There's vanilla in here as well. But there's musk, there's like some woody notes as well. You know, it really is, like the bottle shows you, it's nocturnal, it's evening, it's intense, it's a heavy hitter, great for nighttime, great for going out, great for winter. And I like the gourmand perfumes. I swear also there's like notes of like star anise, like black licorice in here. It's really nice. Like it's that almost too sweet black licorice flavor or scent in here. And there's also a bit of jasmine, but it's not too heavy. It's not going to be too cloying or too heavy on you. It also has warmth, spiciness, like earthy spiciness, and black pepper. So it has almost like a crunch or a zest of black pepper, so it sort of lightens everything. It's not too intense. It has a little bit of spice to it. This is really nice. Like if you like Poison, this is the type of perfume for you. Something a little bit heavier. You know, when I think of Poison, it's a pretty heavy perfume. It smells beautiful on so many people, but it's not just like a light little perfume. And so this one here sort of enters that territory. Moving on to the Interdit Rouge. So this is the Eau de Parfum as well, but this is the red version here. So this one, we are sticking in the heavy hitter, gourmand, more robust perfumes here. This one has a little bit of soft, powdery notes in the back, but you're getting more warmth. It's a spicy, warm, sweet, but not too sweet. It's not like a super syrupy perfume. I would say it's a gourmand, but it's more spiced. Think like sandalwood, maybe a bit of vetiver in here. There's also ginger. So it's more chai latte than like a butterscotch latte. You get ginger. So the ginger adds freshness to it because ginger is, you know, it's very warm. You know, it makes your mouth warm. It's zesty a little bit, and but it also brightens and livens at the same time. You know, it's not a heavy note. There's also a bit of orange in here, but the orange is sweet. You know, it's not too heavy. It's not too bright either. I think the lightness comes from the ginger and sandalwood and this warm, spicy quality to it. You get some white flowers, maybe some white orange blossom, just like white floral notes, no rose whatsoever, which sort of keeps it light, but at the same time, this is an eau de parfum, definitely a heavier hitter perfume. It's gorgeous in my opinion. If you like Armani C, you would wear this red one. If you like the Intense here, you would wear the red one. Also, if you like the Versace Black Crystal perfume, you would love this one because the Black Crystal has ginger in it. It has that warm, spicy quality that you find here in the red version. So I hope that these, if you like this, then you'll like that. Recommendations are helping you out. Now, last but not least here in the ranking is the Interdit Eau de Parfum version. And when did I get this one? I think this is the 2018 version. So I know that they've reformulated it, but this is the 2018 version here. So Eau de Parfum Interdit Classic. So this, it's sweet, but it's fresh at the same time. And the sweetness comes from, I think, some stone fruit or pear. Like think of a almost overripe pear. It's juicy, it's sweet, it's fresh, it's gorgeous, and it's sugary, but it's not too heavy. So this is a gourmand perfume, but it's not too cloying. It's not sickly sweet. It's not that saccharine sweet. The fruit really just gives it brightness at the same time. And it's mixed with some vanilla as well. And I love vanilla in perfume. It also has lots of florals, lots of white floral notes. This definitely has some jasmine in it, but the blend in here isn't too heavy on me. It's not what I pick up on the most. There's also a little bit of amber, so it sort of softens it and almost makes it melt into the skin. What else? There's, I think, some bergamot in here. I was gonna say orange, but it's not quite orange. I think it's bergamot, so it has that brightness to it. It's citrusy, it's fruity. It's more fruity than citrusy, but it has a bit of brightness to it. I think maybe some orange blossom or orange blossom water, you know, that has a little bit of that essence of orange, but it's not too zesty. It's an eau de parfum, so it's very long lasting. It's very, very classic. And the eau de parfum version is my top favorite. Now, if you like eau de parfum, you would like eau de toilette off the bat. And I think you would also wear the red or the Intense easily. And yeah, that is it for my ranking of my Givenchy perfumes. I hope I didn't miss any. That is my nightmare, that I do this whole video and then I discover another bottle hiding somewhere else. But I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you found it informative. Let me know in the comments which perfume is your favorite. And let's leave a little emoji. Let's leave a little red heart emoji in the comments to let me know that you're still watching up until this moment. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you're new to my channel, I talk a lot about luxury beauty nonstop. So if you're not subscribed, you are definitely missing out on a lot of great content. So make sure you're subscribed. And on that note, that's all I have for you guys for today. Thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.